Let me tell you something about Drea. She don't play. Drea don't play. Let me tell you. Since we've been kids, baby. Let me tell you. That's what I get.
My mama gave me a piano, and I broke it because I don't play.
Because she don't play.
All right, so welcome to Tell Us Your Business. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. I think that's good enough. So,
Black Lives Matter with rhinestones. It's like Black Lives Matter and Pride.
It's Pride Month too. So
it's like Black Lives Matter. They matter to me. They matter to us.
I love what you're
doing. Let me tell you something. I'm about to read this. By the time I'm done, that hat better be on that goddamn head. It starts off as I'm a hoe. I mean, a real hoe by definition. I'm an honest hoe, and all my hoeing has been honest. But I really want to be taken seriously when dating. When guys find out about my body count, they cringe and run like little girls. Truth be told, my count is high because I trusted guys with my heart and body only to be played. No baby violins for me. I'm cool with that and have made some adjustments in my selection. Trust and discernment. Shondo.
Shondo.
All right. My biggest issue now is I used to be able to hide my bodies, but they are starting to float to the surface, causing problems when trying to seriously date someone new. Help me, please. Signed, Harlem Ho.
I feel like this is somebody we know for sure, just based off of the language.
I don't know nobody in Harlem.
I mean, that's just...
Unless that was a play on a movie. I don't know.
Maybe. I would say it sounds like you can't be too ready for a serious relationship if you're still out home. You know what I mean?
She didn't say she said she wasn't.
She said she wasn't what?
She said now she's like trying to find somebody, but her whole past is coming back to haunt her.
The only way your
is she with
come back to haunt you is if you still dibbling in
No,
that.
if people find out.
No. If people find out, like, oh man, the homies, she smashed the homies, isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Or
that's what I thought she meant by bodies floating to the top or something like.
Yeah, that's what she means. Yeah. Like she might start talking to somebody and they're like, oh man, her? Like, no, you don't want her. Everybody
because they'll like her. They'll be real. I've seen them like, oh, I met this girl. She was real cool, and be all excited about her. And then one of the boys be like, who? Like, bro, you ain't know about her?
Right,
like,
right.
And then like, what's the face smashed her? And then my cousin smashed too. Two guys who don't know each other. He so happened to know that these two guys smashed.
Right.
And he going around telling. So now she a hoe because she got a life. But meanwhile, dudes be getting life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why y'all women let us get away with it, man. Dudes be out here like
society.
Dudes be out here getting it, and y'all still a husband them up, but
misogyny.
Guys don't get the same respect.
I sort of take issue with this because, and I kind of got distracted, so I pulled it up so I can read the bottom again because I kind of got so distracted I didn't even hear.
Oh, I'm gonna wait because you might be about to say what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I got distracted when you was reading because I was like so focused on the beginning because she starts off saying, I'm a hoe, I'm a real hoe, which I can respect if that's what you is, girl, go ahead. You know what I mean? But when she says, truth be told, my count is high because I trusted guys in my heart and body only to be played. That don't really sound like you a hoe. That don't, like, to me in the beginning it sound like you owning it and you like whatever. I
don't think she was necessarily a proud hoe all that time, but now she owns it. Like, I was a hoe.
No, her first thing says not I was a.
Right. But you know, people feel like if they were one, they are one.
I think that's what it comes down to. There's a conflict in what you wrote. The conflict is that you know that you're a hoe, but then you kind of don't fully accept responsibility because you're saying you're a hoe as a result of other people's actions.
Yeah, like more so it sounds like you were saying, at first it sounded like you saying, I like sex and I like being with men and I'm whatever. That's what I do and whatever. But once I'm ready to actually be in a relationship, the fact that I like to have sex with all these different men becomes a problem because the men find out about it. That's what it sounded like. But then when you say, truth be told, my count is high because I trusted guys with my heart and body, that sounds like you weren't really owning it. It sounds like you were trying to be in relationships with all these guys, and that's why you gave them your body, and then it didn't work, and then you felt played.
Would that be a difference? And
yes,
it's a huge difference because someone, and I'm not a huge, I mean, to call you a hoe has so many negative connotations to it, but it's more of a woman saying, look, I like to get mine, I like to, and however I do it is how I do it. So I agree with Yania that that's what it kind of sounded like at first, but then the whole, she basically said, I got played, and I was dumb, so I got played a lot. And so based on the number of times I allow myself to get played, that number and that body count is high. And so now, by technical terms, just based on the number, I'm a hoe. And I think that's why she said I'm a hoe, because she's owning that I made the mistake. I had to err in judgment. I let it go for too long. And so, and so now my body count is high. And so just by technicality, I'm a hoe.
Girl, just move and start over.
I was waiting for us to get to the end to the question because I was gonna say, girl, move.
Just move. Start a whole new Facebook page and start a new life.
Don't go to Atlanta.
Oh, definitely don't.
You want to go to Montana. You want to go to Utah.
Come to LA.
You want to go to LA. You want to go to Vegas. You want to go to Maine. You want to go to
New Mexico.
North Carolina. How you say Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to go to, the migration. Don't follow that Detroit migration. You want and we don't know.
We're assuming you're from Detroit.
Yeah, we actually, based on all of our friends list, they could actually be in a lot of different states. We don't know. But that was actually the first thing I was thinking, girl, move out of where you are. Because it sounded like you have a reputation and you don't like that reputation. That's what I was trying to get at. At the beginning, it sounded like you were saying, I'm comfortable with it, whatever, and I just want a guy to be comfortable with it. It don't sound like you're comfortable with it. So that's my thing. So you just need to move and just start fresh. Stop sleeping around. Stop sleeping with all these men. Because it don't sound like you're even enjoying it.
Listen, you ain't gotta sound like you have. I know plenty of guys that don't mind wiping the hoe. Believe me, I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
Tag them in the video.
I got you. I'm gonna tag my niggas that don't mind. You know what I mean? A little wholeness.
So what happens? What in those cases, a guy will meet a girl and just fall for her, and will be like, "Look, I don't give a shit what happened before me. We all got to pass.
We all do.
Which is the mature thing to do.
It don't happen for everybody. Every guy, some guys are more into what my family think, what are my friends gonna say, and all of that. And some guys are like, you know what? I met this girl. I want to spend my life with her. She dope as fuck. I love being around her. She funny? She cool? She just. I don't care what nobody say. They can call her a hoe. They can call her whatever they want to. I love her and I'm gonna marry her. And so if you find a guy like that, your past is not gonna matter. Also, a lot of times what happens is people generally leap with usually out of convenience. Because people, unfortunately, I know quite a few people who at work, they sleep with people around at work. They church organization, they sleeping around with people in the church organization or in a friends group, in that group or in that peripheral is out of convenience. It's not just all over. That's why it's so easy for these bodies to float up to the top, because they all in circles that
In the bubble, yeah.
are in the bubble or are in close proximity to each other, as opposed to people outside of these circles. And if you stay out of these circles, people in your church, no.
Nobody would know,
People
right?
at your
Nobody knows
job,
your business.
no.
Right.
People in
Issa,
your
Condola,
friend
and Lawrence.
circle,
Gotta
people
stay
they introduce you to
You said
people,
who?
stay out of that.
Issa, Condola, and Lawrence. You got to stay outside of the friend circle. You got to stay outside.
I am.
Wait, so what's the advice? Because I feel like moving might be the best option.
Don't move. Just wait.
Read her question again, Drea.
Wait for your boy ass.
What she asking us? No. Her boy is gonna be like, she ain't much. This whole what did she specifically
Just help
say?
me, please.
Oh. So yeah, what Larry is saying, what I was saying, which is that, okay, even let's say if you're in a big city, go outside your circles. In smaller towns, cities, and stuff like that, it's sort of hard. We're assuming you're in a big one, but we don't know. Whatever the case may be. Again, it goes back to my thing, which is that I don't know that she wants to sleep with random guys. And initially, I thought she did. But it sounds
Well, I
like
don't
she
care
actually,
no, because the question wasn't about sleeping with random guys. It was she wants to find a relationship.
well, I mean, in
It's
random guys, because
it's
she
related
said
though.
it's related because she's talking about being a hoe. And I'm saying, I'm using the term sleeping with random guy versus saying hoe, but basically she's saying, I'm a hoe, I'm a real hoe. I'm an honest hoe. I
No.
do, I
So I
but
think that's
this
why I was saying, like, I don't see how it matters. Even if in the past she was a proud hoe as opposed to an embarrassed hoe, the fact is now she wants to be in a relationship.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. The line where she says, truth be told, my count is high because I trusted guys in my heart and body only to be played, makes it sound as if she did not want to be, she wasn't trying
It doesn't
to.
matter whether you want it to be or not. I'm saying the question and what she's trying to accomplish is to be in a relationship. So none of that really.
It does, because she's going to repeat the same behaviors. Because if she at one point she like, I'm doing my thing, and she's like, you know what? I just want to be in a relationship.
So is this
an
Oprah moment where we trying to teach
I
her
really want to be in a
like?
relationship, so I'm gonna sleep with you. Oh wait, he just wanted my body.
So what's the
this guy,
advice?
I want to be in a relationship. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm saying if your whole thing is, Drea, just calm down first.
No, you calm down. You going crazy, and I'm trying to tell you, like, what's the?
So, Drea,
no. I said,
Drea,
calm down.
I think what Yanni is saying is the reason it's important is because it's some of this is her mindset.
Right.
So there are some guys who's going to find out that you were a hoe. So whether to your point, Drea, whether you are a proud hoe or whether you are an ashamed hoe, embarrassed hoe, or you are a reformed hoe, whatever kind of hoe you was, it's in the past now. If moving forward, that's not your behavior, going forward is, I want to be in a relationship, then the advice, I think, is, I do, the idea of moving is one option, but I don't always suggest people to move because the problem is you're moving.
I was only saying move to get away from all these guys that's bubbling.
Floating, Bobby.
Yeah.
Because these men can't shut their mouth.
Right.
No, men talk.
Thankfully, I was brought up by some G's, some OGs that, you know what I mean, you don't talk about what's going on behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
You tell me everything.
I clearly don't.
You've told me every single thing. So yeah, I think moving, stop. I feel like you should have asked us to
stop putting these niggas on a pedestal.
If you want to move forward, that statement you made in the beginning is like, I'm a hoe. Don't necessarily claim that in such a negative way. Just say, look, my
Right.
past was my past.
Right.
I did what I did. I own it. And if you're
Right.
trying to get some of that, just own what you did.
Yeah,
It was the
I think,
past.
yeah.
And to move
Completely own it.
forward, it's going to take some time. To get into a relationship, I just say wait. If you're trying to get into a relationship right now, I think you should just wait. Take some time. And in time, you'll meet somebody where either it won't matter, and then you'll be far removed from it. Because that's part of the fear that some men have of dating a hoe, is that once I get with her, it's that insecurity in men, that other men that has something of mine, because there's that ownership, there's all of that attached to it. But the other part is a fear that once we're together, you're gonna stray away, because you know there's lots of options out there.
I don't even want to know if we want to name names, but it's a guy went to Eastern. Shout out to EMU. But he Drew know who I'm talking about, but he make posts and he talked about how a lot of guys kind of the same thing of like, I ain't gonna mess with no girl who slept with a bunch of guys. He was like, I'd rather sleep with her because she probably got more experience. She, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta teach her a bunch of stuff, and you know, like, she already know what she's doing. I don't gotta take all this time of training, like, you know what I mean? That type of thing. She probably got
Not
more
even
stuff that
or the girl that haven't been with nobody, you marry her and then you bored to death and you cheat on her with the girl
who is the hoe. When you
Let
can
me
be
share-
with the
Let me share
I think
a
in the
story
guy's
with y'all.
mind, they think she a hoe. She gonna sleep with anybody. She has no self-control.
Yeah. Let me share a story with y'all. One of my friends years ago told me.
All right, y'all, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
You wench. A friend of mine told me how.
Y'all know what commercial I like?
A friend of mine told me how
No,
he
this chicken
married
recipe,
this girl.
I'm telling you.
Bang, bang.
All right,
Y'all
go
remember the
ahead.
quesadilla burgers from Applebee's?
Jarrell, they
What's the-
quesadilla burger? Like, side
What's
note. They
what's the
quesadilla
first-
burger good as fuck.
What's the first thing y'all gonna order when y'all go to a restaurant?
No, wait. Remind me to come back to quesadilla burger. Remind me to come back.
I can't wait till they say, would you like to have an appetizer? Yes, please.
Cheese sticks.
Can I get
Bang,
some
bang, shrimp.
I'll be like, can I get some cheese sticks? Can I get some
Extra ranch.
Ranch.
Okay, I'm sorry, Larry.
All right, Larry.
I'm not sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm not sorry, but like, I am sorry. All right, go ahead, Larry.
I'm mad because I want to be petty, but I want to join in on the rant.
I didn't want to join.
But basically, my friend told me that he started sex early, and like 12, and he was having sex with women who were older, quite inappropriate. That's neither here nor there.
Statutory
But
rape.
throughout all his teens and his early 20s, he's having threesomes and all kind of wild, experimental sex and just having a great time. But in his mind, when he got married, he wanted to marry a wholesome girl. So he found this wholesome girl, really sweet. I met her. She's really pretty, really nice girl, sweet. And he's bored stiff with the sex. He said they're married, they have kids. He's like, I couldn't ask for a better wife. But when it comes to the sex, he's bored stiff.
Wait, so what's the advice to her? Because y'all just been scrutinizing her lifestyle and not being proud.
No. I was saying.
I'm telling you, that's what y'all been doing this whole time.
Oh, no. That's
she's not proud.
No, that's what I'm saying. No. I'm not saying it's wrong what she's doing. I'm saying own it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with what you're doing.
No.
I'm just saying
she owns it. You're saying then
you'll feel better about yourself, and maybe you won't feel like this. And then once you have that confidence, you'll meet a guy and be like, yeah, I did that, whatever. versus, I mean, they use me. That's the way it sounds like. Truth be told, I trust
Yeah.
the guys in my heart and my body. Girl, who don't even
This is what I
own
was
it.
trying to get you
If you
to.
want to do,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
what? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
no,
play the
that's
victim.
What you're saying now makes sense, but what you were saying before is like, this just sounds like
No,
scrutiny.
that's
Y'all not
literally what I
giving
was saying
actual
before.
Oh, I didn't mean
That's
for it
not
to
how.
be
Yeah, that's
scrutiny.
not how I was
No,
trying to have a
I
Don't
wasn't
conversation.
scrutinizing.
backpedal now.
I just want
No,
her to. I just want
rewind
her
the tape,
to
Jarrell. Rewind the tape. I
Your
was saying
wife.
that's
call
the
a
whole
thing
time
a
I was,
thing.
yeah,
Call
that's what I was
a
saying.
thing a
If
thing.
that's what you
Put
are,
your big
be
girl
it.
panties on.
I feel like you needed to ask us a different question, sweetie, because how are this many guys playing you?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like right here, I used to be able to hide the bodies, but they're starting to float. That means there's too many coming to the top. And then it sounds like you saying, I trusted guys in my heart and body. Girl, you
Don't
getting
trust
played.
these niggas for nothing.
Yeah. So you
Don't
getting
trust
played. And it don't sound like you want to get played. And that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that was my
main
big thing.
issue was that if you owning it, go ahead, girl, do your thing. But if you saying like, well, they used me and I trusted them, and you know, girl,
Do it again,
What she
Yanni.
do? She just
not on my watch.
she just needs to date a nice guy
Not on my watch.
like me. She just needs to date a nice guy like me. Like, I'm not saying me, but you know what I mean, somebody that's responsible and respectful and that wouldn't, you know what I mean, just don't.
So basically a liar.
Nice.
Somebody who know what I meant like.
Nice. So Harlem Ho, maybe move out, go on to Brooklyn, go on to the Bronx, go on to Long Island, go on to Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Go on somewhere else and find somebody else to seriously date, or even in your circle, find somebody who's mature enough to be okay with it.
Yeah.
And I think the first step is you being okay with it.
All right, Dre, take us home, wrap us up.
All right, bye.
Oh, so
Another episode, give them the email.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what's happening right now.
Tell us your business, 1@gmail.com. Send in your questions, business related, relationship related, food related.
Food related. I would love a food question.
I mean,
yeah, tell us about that bitch at your job you don't like.
okay.
Yeah, we ain't had a good letter about revenge in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
good at revenge. I love revenge.
Me too.
So like,
So
if you need some good revenge, we here. We here.
It's too many
Here, we
problems
got
in this
you.
world. There's no way y'all don't have problems. So send us something.
Right. Y'all know y'all got some revenge. Like we getting some nice letters. They cool, but I need some.
And we should probably say this. Some people whose letters haven't been read is because another letter was so close to it that we feel like we've already answered it.
Mm-hmm.
So some people may say they didn't read my letters because it probably was answered in another letter.
Or you said
we know who you are, we know what you did, and we being petty.
Yes. Or we know exactly
There's
what is happening and we're not acknowledging that bullshit. That's also an option too. Why we the question.
Yeah.
Cause I'll beat your ass.
I will beat your ass.
I ain't had a good fight in 2 weeks.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Tell us your business.